Hello, y'all. So we're back with season 5, episode 8 of Chasing Atlanta. But first, I got to get my 2-minute intro out the way. So today I'm giving Dargo chocolate bar realness, honey. I got my brown and black on. So yeah, just channeling in my inner chocolate today. Trying out Fenty for the first time, the hydrating foundation. I've tried out the soft matte before. As y'all know, I got the shade 440 for the soft matte, but this is shade 450 for the hydrating. And surprisingly, now I'm starting to see what people are talking about with the hydrating is surprisingly a better feel on the skin than the matte. I'm actually loving this darn one hydrating, and then it doesn't look dewy. Mind you, I don't got no powder on or anything. I don't got no highlight. I just got this on right here. Now as far as the blush, of course my girl Miss Fumi de Cellafold, the Queen palette from Juvia's in the shade Olay. And then the lipstick is from Thread Beauty in the shade Sincere. But of course y'all know I customized the lipstick as per usual. So we dipped into the Galaxy palette, and then I end up using shade Mars right here. No, right there. What else did I use? I also used shade Jupiter towards the middle, and then I also use Aphrodite, which is that deep plum shade all the way throughout, and it made this number right here. And then from there I end up just putting, what do I got on my brows? I think I end up putting Mars all over my brows, just using my fingers. So a quick 15-minute, makeup beat. I just wanted to keep it simple. But anyways, that aside, and I'm trying out a new drink today. Shout out to Clear American. I'm trying out shade Pina Colada. Very interesting. I definitely love this better than the strawberry daiquiri one. But anyways, now that we got those intros out the way, let's get into the Dargo review, y'all. So like I said, season 5, episode 8. I want to say season 7. I'm getting my shows confused because y'all know I'm reviewing like 3-4 shows at one time, y'all. We got a page and a half worth of notes. So we got, we starting off with Erin Thomas' event. I was like, come on through Erin on his Beyonce talking about he finished this darn stuff in 2 weeks. I was like, okay, that's giving me darn deja vu. Boom, boom. Back when Beyonce said she darn did her B-Day album within 2 weeks, y'all. Hence why we had a lot of errors in the darn video, such as the earring fell down in the, wait a minute, was that B-Day? Yep, that was B-Day with the Get My Body. The earring fell off, but she couldn't correct it because they only had a budget for one take. Yeah, back when Beyonce had a budget, y'all. Beyonce now can rent out the whole Louvier and darn Paris now, honey. But back when Beyonce had to adhere to a budget, honey, she was on a 2-week schedule. We only had a 58-second video clip for Kitty Cat. But the whole video was like, the whole song was like 4 minutes long. Child boo. But anyways, yeah, we had that. What else? Oh, everybody comes out, and then Lord knows, here goes Rico. Rico Cassadine.
Alright, so we are here at the Erin Thomas Experience. I'm loving the venue. The vibe is great. The food looks good. There's drink. So there's Dominican permit. I want to see what this is going to give. Because, bitch, I thought it was going to be always on Sunday when you see it. I'm here. What's it? Who gonna touch me? Tip it on through, tip it on. Who gonna touch me? Tip it on through, tip it on. You gonna touch me? Thought not.
So I guess Miss Dominique done humble herself from the last time and said, you know what, we ain't gonna cut up today, honey. So Rico, honey, doggone poking fun, talking about, I thought it was on site, honey. Child, I tell you, Rico knows how to doggone turn out a damn confessional, honey. Honey, Rico be having me laughing, child. But anyways, they both on their best behavior today at doggone Erin's event. Good thing too, because we actually got some important people there. We got Congress there. We got Miss Dargo, first queer state representative, Park Cannon, who represents the 58th district of Georgia. So I said, okay, come on through, getting some established folks up in the house. Thank goodness the cast was on their best behavior in front of doggone professional folks, honey. Thank goodness. So we had that, and he performed, well, not performed, it was a listening party. But, you know, unlike Rico, Cass, and I, who, you know, did, you know, some singing and rapping with his performances, we just heard the songs at Erin's. And it was a good song and whatnot. The music and stuff is top tier. I need to darn gonna make a mental note to go ahead and purchase some of Erin's stuff as well. I got everybody's stuff at this point, but Erin's. I got Ike's song. I'm set to purchase today. And then I'm going to look through some more of his stuff. Oh, speaking of Ike, we'll get to you, Ike, in a moment. Rico, of course, you know, Rico, I got all your latest stuff. But Erin, I need to get your stuff as well. Next thing we know, we pull up to Dargo. Oh, before that, we got Rico with a K pulling Dargo. Rico casting down the side, the Dargo hash stuff out. Honey, I'm glad they Dargo finally settled their issue over the hit situation. Make a long story short, Rico with a K, you did hit Rico Cassadine. I don't think it was malicious, but girl, you did in the spirit of the moment. Whether you fell on somebody, whether or whatnots, you did hit them. And then it didn't look even better when it looked like you was putting them in a chokehold. But y'all are cool now. Hopefully there's no more issues with y'all too. So moving on from that, then we get Dargo. Rico invites Jay over to introduce him to Carter Monroe. Well, not to introduce him to Carter Monroe, but he ends up introducing him to Carter Monroe over at his house. But the premise is they're still talking about this Top Talk album of Rico with a K, and Jay is supposed to be designing Dargo Rico fashions and whatnot. So I was like, okay, come on through, honey. Miss Features is going to be giving us good gowns and fashions as well, okay? Hopefully she does your reunion look this year, because, honey, that darn bootleg great value Aquaman that you was serving up at the darn first reunion of yours was not hitting it, boo. But it nonetheless, they talking about that, and then ends up darn pulling up darn Troy, honey. Troy done came in, didn't even knock or whatnot. But before that, then comes this part right here. And I had to look at darn Rico. And I was like, now Rico, girl, gayer? Are we making up words now? What is to be gayer? To be more gay? Girl, I think you will have a hard time for that, honey. And I've been trying my best not to break the fourth wall with, you know, giving inside tea on you. But, honey, now you know I got the darn gonna throw it back, honey. Now, y'all know I was irritated when Rico came on to the scene, right, with season 4, talking about he was representative for the masculine gays, and he felt like the masculine gays are not represented, all this, that, and the third. And I was like, well, child, of all things, y'all are the one, you know, the masculine gays are the ones that get the ride on complicity. It's the darn on trans girls that is at the forefront of all the activism and stuff, and we putting our darn on lives on, you know, on the line, and we darn on getting shit changed. And then our fellow film girls and butch queens come in, and then the masculine ones get the darn on benefit of all the struggle. They don't really put in no damn work, if you ask me. If you go through the darn on hierarchy of importance in the community, it's really trans women, the darn on film boys, the twins, butch queens, then our lesbian sisters, and then bisexuals. And then within bisexual trade is doggone all the way in the back, just sitting in the doggone closet waiting for all of the work that we put forth in. And then they doggone get to highlight it in the forefront. Even nowadays with dating and all of this and media representation and advertisement, who do you always see at the forefront? You always see the muscle doggone bound tradish like dude that gets doggone lusted and put on a high pedestal. And then the more film and fat you are, the more towards the back and lower in doggone media you portray. Yet we're the ones that doggone make it easy for them to doggone even come out and doggone express themselves. So when you came in on that bullshit talking about you representing for the masculine, that left a bad taste in my mouth. But now she's saying she darn gonna revealing more of her gay side. And I was like, girl, you always been gay, honey. You just finding your way back to your roots, honey. Find your way back. Find your way back. Stepping back to the film side. Stepping back to the film side. She's always been a butch queen. Girl, you always been a damn butch queen, honey. Girl, now you get on this darn show talking about you darn going now stepping, you finding your inner gay. Girl, you've always been gay, girl. Honey, now some of us now, because y'all just know her from this show, but some folks who know her before this shit, when she was going by Rico Suave, honey, girl, should I darn gonna put honey, let me go on here and pull up some of these past images of you with your fabulous self back when your curls was healthy and shit, back when you was giving old Miss the Rapunzel teas and shit. Girl, do you remember these pictures back in the day? Honey, you always been motherfucking darn gone gayer, as you say, girl. You just finding your way back to your damn roots, child. Honey, Rico darn gone, Rico with a case playing in y'all face talking about she just becoming more gay. Honey, she's been that girl, honey. She's been one of the darn gone honey, she more darn gone feminine than me, and I'm a whole damn trans woman, as y'all can tell. So with that being said, honey, don't let darn gone Rico with a K fool y'all no damn more. She's always been one of the damn girls on the damn low, child. Talking about she darn gone becoming more gayer. Girl boo, okay. Moving on from doggone Rico with a K, child. Anyways, then we got doggone Troy pull up. He announces the cast trip, honey. They going to old Tennessee, honey. Tennessee. I was like, okay, Tennessee, okay. Y'all know I'm used to saying Tennessee in the joking manner over there with Bad Boys, with Miss Chevyville, Tennessee. If y'all watch my Bad Boys review, honey, y'all had to watch the Bad Boys review to get the joke of the Tennessee. But anyways, they going to Tennessee, and that's that. They wondering whether some people can even afford to make the trip, from what I heard outside of the filming, because y'all know I watch the after shows and the live streams and shit, and I'm talking about, and I'm looking like, well, who the hell can't afford a trip to damn Tennessee? Bitch, y'all just in damn Georgia. Honey, Tennessee ain't nothing but like a darn 6-hour car drive or something. Well, no, because you got because North Carolina is before darn Tennessee, so it's like a 10-hour car drive or whatnot. But shit, on a plane, you ain't looking at maybe but like a $150, $200 cost to go from Georgia to Tennessee. Tennessee ain't no damn well. And then, honey, let's not act like y'all going to no darn extravagant hotel. Bitch, y'all going to be at somebody's Holiday Inn. So who the hell can't afford a darn trip to damn Tennessee? But anyways, moving on. Then we get darn Dominique. Dominique conversing with his then fiance. We then learned that Dominique was the one that proposed to darn his boyfriend slash fiance at the time, and you know, Ant felt some type of way because he was like, I'm supposed to be the one to propose, honey. So I guess darn Ant was like, now bitch, I know we not in no traditional relationship based off of Christian standards and shit, and you know, but still I supposed to propose. Why? Honey, why is we darn holding up to darn why are we trying to put hetero normative roles within gay relationships? If Dominique felt compelled to darn propose to you, He felt proposed. It's been 8 years. I guess Dominique saying, now, bitch, I'm not trying to end up like motherfucking Jennifer Hudson. You know, Jennifer Hudson was darn engaged to darn David Otunga for like 8 years before they got into their situation, honey. So I guess Dominique was like, bitch, I'm not about to darn be like Jennifer Hudson. You darn this endless darn never gonna happen. Well, unfortunately, it never happened. But at this present moment, honey, Dominique said, honey, I'm going to take the bull by the horns and I'm going to propose. I personally didn't see nothing wrong with it. The boyfriend felt something was off with it. Some of the other castmates felt that it was something off with it based off of Dominique being more femme. But like I said, why is we putting heterosexual norms within a gay relationship anyways? But anyways, that's what it's given. And then we found out some sad news. And ooh. Okay, now knowing the backstory, we can now, you know, empathize with why, well, not empathize, because I ain't never had a situation like this, but we can now sympathize with Dominique on why he was in his feelings about the ring comment. Where was the ring at? So come to find out, honey, Ants had a lot of passing in his family quite recently as well, because you know Kendra has gone through the loss and near losses back to back to back. Then we got Willow with her situation, and now we finding out that Ant lost his dad, lost his cousin, and lost his aunt. And then I think they said they lost a family friend too, all within a scope of 3 months. That's typically how it goes though. You know, death tend to come in threes. But ooh, yeah, honey, within 3 months at that. So yeah, my condolences to them. They said they had to end up selling the rings to do a burial for the father. And see, this is why right here is why we need to darn stress the importance of insurance. And especially with, and then, you know, it gets so darn crazy in the black community, because then older folks think, oh, well, I ain't getting no insurance because you ain't profiting off my deal. It's like, why do we think like this? Not saying that this was the situation with them, but I'm dealing with this right now with this demon. As y'all know, the demon of mine's had an overdose a couple weeks ago, and she nearly darn checked out of here. And it was a situation where, you know, possibly she wouldn't have had no insurance because her insurance was tied to her job that she just lost. Now, fortunately, it was within the 30-day window, and she's already paid her you know, insurance for that month, so she would have still been able to use the insurance. But what if it happens again? Now we ain't even had a discussion about the insurance. And I think she has term insurance instead of whole life, so it's like it's not that much I would be able to use as far as them. I think it's so complicated, because if it's term, it doesn't build up any value. If it's whole life, it's still only a couple $1,000s. Thank God the bitch only wants a cremation. But it's like situations like this, you want the darn not talk about it because you think somebody's gonna come up off your damn death. See, white folks though use this type of shit as a way to build generational wealth, such as darn passing down homes and stuff, and you know, building up insurance policies for situations like this. Black people, this is what holds us back, because we always want to be in the crabs in the barrel bucket mentality, not do nothing, and then when it comes time for your darn untimely demise, all of a sudden we got to raise up fish fry plates and all this, that, and the third. We got to sell rings and shit to bury your ass. Now, in this case with Dominique and Ant, it's actually more of a heartfelt situation, because it's obviously with some love there. It ain't no love lost with this damn trifling demon that I live with, honey. They can leave the bitch on ice for all I care. But for the ones who actually do have loved ones that you want to see a proper burial for, honey, make sure you definitely have your stuff in order. I don't give a damn how much you got to darn go back and forth with them. Sit their ass down, force them to sign that consent form and pay that monthly premium even if they don't want to. So whenever they do die, whether it's your mother, your cousin, your brother, or whatnot, anybody that you have some form of reasonable insurable interest for, make sure you have your darn stuff together in regards to the insurances, so you don't have to go out selling rings and raising up fish plates and doing GoFundMes to bury somebody when they was in a position where they could have easily darn had this preventable if they just simply paid the $25 to $30 a month for their darn insurance. They find the darn money to darn spend on that booger sugar. They find the money for a darn pack of cigarettes every day. But then they complain they all of a sudden don't have no money for the darn insurance. This is the stuff that we deal with in the black community that needs to darn stop. Okay, let me get off that little rant, honey. That situation with Dominique and Ant just darn had me darn thinking about my own situation that I'm dealing with over here, y'all. So yeah, y'all, I'm darn internalizing this shit a little bit too much. Let me get up off my situation, back to this right here. So then we find out about Dominique's darn soft launch. He's darn invited everybody that has pets. So we got Oliver, we got Willow, we got Drew, that all attended the event. So okay. And then in the midst of that, we learn about some situations going on with Willa. Willa, she got kicked out of her place. She was complaining about stuff, honey. Once again, DivaWuan's got the darn jump into her own internalization. I'm dealing with the same dynamic with this shack right here. In the midst of the demon overdosing, did not pay the landlord unbeknownst to me for several months. I'm in the situation right now where I'm thinking, do I even want to darn take this shit on? Because it's like, we got to darn deal with the darn stuff that's going on around here. But at the same time, I can't really bitch and complain about it too tough, because with all the shit that's darn going to hell in this house, it's the better darn apartment out of everything else that's darn skyrocketed in the midst of this pandemic. And darn it ain't, and the shit is darn far worse. It's like you got other apartments that are in worse conditions selling for more money just because of the market, when it's really ain't worth a damn. And then your credit's not good, which once again, I'm building my shit up too. I'm currently in the 500s again, trying to get my shit back up to 700 by the end of the year. So honey Willa, I can empathize with you 100%. Now one thing I'm not going to empathize with is that motherfucker $1,600. Now, girl, you complaining about $1,600. $1,600 is relatively cheap though for Atlanta. $1,600 is you getting off a little bit easy if you within the city of Atlanta, because Atlanta has gotten real overpriced. It's like with the homelessness and stuff that y'all dealing with all the violence and shit that y'all dealing with. How in the hell can they motherfucking justify at this point in time the doggone be charging people out the woodwork from running down apartments for $1,600? Oh, hell no. No. Honey, Atlanta ain't. I know they say that's Black Hollywood and that's where you get. But bitch, you can go 20 minutes outside of Atlanta and mortgage a damn house for that point. Honey, we ain't getting no damn younger, because Willa, I think you about around my age range. I think you like 29, 30. Child. It's easier right now in this time to darn if you have your finances, your taxes and stuff done correctly, bitch, get you a motherfucking house, build up your motherfucking equity, use that to your damn advantage during this time frame, honey. And then if you really know how to do some flipping and building some stuff up, honey, get you an old rundown darn house and darn rehab it a little bit. Not too rundown if you're not into darn doing fixing up and stuff like that, but just get you old, rusty like house, like the paint needs some updating, it got the 1970 walls and stuff, the that needs updating, simple shit like that. Don't get no old rundown house that needs to be completely gutted and stuff, but just get an old granny like house that was kept up for grandma but is way outdated. You can darn lowball the offer. They'll darn go ahead and let you get it in. And then if you're a first time homeowner, you can go ahead and get you one of those darn I can't think of the name of it, but you only need a 580 credit score. They'll pull about 2-3 years worth of income history, as long as you got your income. Let's say if you make $50,000 a year, they would give you up to 3 times your annual income net. So that's $150,000. Get you a rundown house. build it up, just put about $10,000-$15,000 worth of repairs in it. And then if you decide to darn gonna sell it, then you can flip it and make a massive profit. That $150,000 house, you easily can turn around and sell it for like $500,000-$600,000, and then you made a couple $100,000 in profit, minus your closing costs, your advertisements, all this, that, and the third. Once again, I know that might be a little bit much for you, Willa, because you might not have the entrepreneur background, you might not have the construction background, but if you can get with somebody, and trust me, there's plenty of people in Atlanta that can teach you about that. Honey, get with them, honey. Get your old little gently used house, build it on up, have your mortgage about $800 a month. You darn go good. That's what I do if I was in Atlanta. I'd be damned if I'm paying $1,600 for a raggedy darn run down apartment that I can't use for no type of benefit. But in this day and age, I could darn go and get a gently used house about 10-15 minutes outside of Atlanta, darn go rehab it on up a little bit, build the hell out of the equity and shit, flip around and turn it, and then if I don't even want to sell it, I can darn go always pull from it to darn go help, build my businesses, because Willa is trying to get her darn on cooking and stuff off the ground. She's also a hairstylist, this, that, and the third. So she can use the equity within the house as her own loan, because with bad credit and with us being black, and then you add trans on top of it, girl. They don't want to be giving us no loans like that, because you in Georgia. And outside of Atlanta, they very conservative. So damn well they don't want the darn gonna give money towards people like us. So sometimes we got to darn gonna come up with our own ways to build up our businesses and shit. So yeah, definitely get you a house, build the hell out of the equity. You can pull from the equity and use that to darn going build up your business simultaneously. So then you got your business off the ground, you got the darn equity you can pull from the house, and then you can flip the house and darn gonna sell it and get you a darn more fabulous house while still having a little bit of coin in your pocket. That's my advice for you, Willa. But moving off of that, honey, then we get on over to Oliver. Oliver, girl, I'm about sick of you. I'm about sick of you, girl. Let me take a drink on this shit. She done broke up with the boyfriend yet again. Mama Twits, please tell me you darn gon' please tell me you done went and darn gon' got the boy and darn gon' get, because you said on one of the live streams, honey, whenever Oliver's in her mood, just come on over here, just sleep on. So hopefully darn gon' the boyfriend is over there at Mama Twits' house until darn gon' Oliver calms herself down, because they back together yet again. Because this shit was filmed months ago, and we just seen them on the after show. I'm not stressing over darn on Oliver and her on again, off again, on again, off again, on again, off again damn relationship, buddy. Moving on. Then we got darn going Drew. Because Oliver breaks down and said in that moment the only person that really reached out like that was Drew. And it was like, now Drew, bitch, why you had to ruin the darn moment, honey? Like, that was unnecessary shade. What was the reason for throwing that in the darn I mean, Drew, you was just tacky as hell for that. It was like darn Oliver breaking down, done confiding in you, and you darn being shady in the darn comments. I mean, in the confessional for no reason. Like I say, some of these girls get up on the camera for the first time and they just don't know what to do, honey. You got folks pretending to be masculine when they the darn most famous queen on set. Then you got darn Drew with herself, child. Moving on, child. Moving on. Then we get darn Drew mentioning the darn Rick and Ike confrontation. Once again, we still ain't got no damn receipt. No receipt. And then y'all talking about the friend confirmed. Which friend confirmed what? Which friend confirmed what? We still ain't heard nothing about what was the actual bomb, which was the whole premise of the disagreement. Not whether who likes who or don't dislike who. It was about what was the motherfucking bomb. We still to this day don't know what was the motherfucking bomb. Moving on. Child, we ain't even got through the whole page yet, and they darn gonna just wearing DivaWuan's out, child. Then we get Troy reveal the trip to the bachelorette party. Oh, Troy reveals the trip is going to be a bachelorette party for Dominique. Child, that looked like that didn't age too well, honey, because a couple months later, honey, we found out they ain't together no more. I hope you had a good time at the bachelorette party, though, Dominique, honey. But anyways, moving on from that, honey. Okay, then we get over to the commercial. I was like, come on through, Dargo entrepreneur. You know we love some entrepreneur excellence over here, honey. So I was like, I was all the way here for Dominique with this Dargo commercial with the fruity Dargo fur. Now the only thing is, now Dominique, girl, I was ready to pull out my credit card like I do for everybody else on the cast and Dargo invest, you know, into the opportunities, the businesses and whatnots. In your case, I would have darn gonna purchase. But see, you kept mentioning stuff about the poodle, this and the. So that made me think that the darn gone fruity fur is only for dogs. And y'all know DivaWuan's ain't had a dog in over 15 years. I done had more dogs than last a lifetime. By the time I was 15, I had, you know, I have raised over 50 dogs. I'm not being facetious. I literally have raised about 50 dogs, ranging from several litters of chow-chows. I've had a greyhound. I had a bloodhound. You name it! Honey, DivaWuan's had it. Every type of big type of dog you can think of, DivaWuan's has had. I've had pit bull mitts. I've had miniature pits and everything else, child. So, yeah, DivaWuan's is all dog out over here. DivaWuan's has turned into the cat lady. I got darn 3 main cats that I have, and then I darn feed like 5, 6 other stray cats in the neighborhood. So if you ever come out with a darn fruity fur for the cats, honey, please hit DivaWuan's up and tell DivaWuan's that you know you got one for the cats. I would definitely help. I would definitely purchase it, honey, cause honey, these darn funky cats of mine, honey, they definitely need something darn spray on them, child. Like I said, they darn completely feral. I'm the only one that they let, you know, touch or whatnot. They run away from everybody else but me. Like I said, I'm the official cat lady over here. So if you got some fruity fur for the cat lady, honey, Dominique, definitely hit your girl up. I would gladly purchase. But anyway, shout out to the commercial though, nonetheless, child. Then we get over to Dargo and Rico with Rain, honey, the unofficial date. They end up seeing a couple drag performances, but before that, Rico reveals that he used to be a drag queen back in D-Day. For a brief period of time, he thought he was actually one of the girls, but he realized that he wasn't. Reminded me somewhat of Akira from RuPaul's Drag Race. Let the best bitch win. RuPaul. You know, Akira C. Davenport, she was going through the transitioning for a moment before she realized that that wasn't for her. Now, Rico didn't go as far as the transitioning and whatnots. But at one point in time, she was thinking about it. We did end up seeing a picture of her mother, drag mother, Tanisha Cassadine, who some people in the comment section thought that was actually Rico. That was actually Rico's drag mother. That was not Rico. And I'm actually curious why they never pull up a picture of Rico, because I know on the Circle Atlanta. And y'all know I'm about irritated with this show at this point, honey. Because it's been 3 weeks. Once again, we still ain't got no update of when the season finale's coming on. That's been the running joke with that show over there, honey. Yet they producer always saying that they darn better than anybody else. Child, I can't wait till the Circle Atlanta come on. I got a special 10-minute dragging session for the darn folks over there at the Circle Atlanta. But I will give them this. They did pull up, you know, Rico Cassadine pictures and stuff over there. I don't know why they didn't do it over here with Dargo and Chase in Atlanta. But anyways, we still got the point nonetheless, honey. Nice Dargo heartfelt scene with Rico and Dargo Wayne. Wayne Dargo giving us a little bit of his music back, you know, explaining his music, and then we find out he's an only child. He's introvert. That's typically how we end up being only child. We tend to be introverted to ourselves. This, that, the third. So Rain, I completely, can empathize with you on that. So we move on from that scene. We got Troy invites Oliver and Kendra to the golfing. Honey, darn Oliver with that darn big wagon of hers attracting all the white sugar daddies. I was like, okay, come on through, Miss Oliver, honey. Oliver with the darn olive behind attracting the sugar daddies. Okay. But anyways, it went from darn lighthearted to now we darn talking about this situation again. I was like, child, for Rico to be, y'all say Rico don't mean much, this, that, and the third, but y'all keep bringing up Rico every turn around. Here we go with Troy. Now Troy trying to say that Oliver knew about the mace and should have told folks in advance. It was like, why did Oliver have to tell y'all when darn Rico said he done told darn Dominique in that moment, bitch, you keep it up, I want to mace your ass. So what did Oliver have to tell? And mind you, at this point, Oliver already got knocked down on the damn ground. Why is it encompassed upon Oliver the darn be like, oh, the bitch got mace? Well, honey, they can hear him, honey, Rico made his point loud and clear, honey. Rico is not soft-spoken worth a damn. So I'm trying to figure out why did they feel like Oliver had to tell it when Rico already told it. Told it, showed it, and darn sprayed it, honey. Told it, showed it, and motherfucking sprayed it. Putting on the damn shirt, honey. Everybody, like, even darn Oliver said, well, bitch, I end up getting maced too, shit. You said you trying to allude that I set some shit up or whatnot. If that was the case, don't you think I would have been out of the line of fire? Honey, I done got my ass knocked down to the ground and I done got hit with some damn mace, child. But anyways, darn Troy is still not hearing it, honey. Troy ends up darn getting up, walking out. And then this what set darn Troy off later on. Oliver looked into the camera and was like, ooh, the therapy must not be working, honey. So obviously, I guess that's a sore spot for Troy because Troy, I guess, is going to therapy. And, that's a touchy subject for him. And, honey, like I said, therapy is definitely key, honey. I would not darn clown any black person, especially during this day and age that needs to focus on their mental health. So, Troy, I wish you very much luck on that mental health. But, child, we might need to also look into a psychiatrist for a little bit of prescription, because all psychiatrists, I believe, are psychologists, but not all psychologists are psychiatrists, because psychiatrists are the ones that are able to prescribe, if that makes sense. So Troy, as you getting your mental together with the psychologist, also look into the psychiatrist being able to write a script for you. Because, honey, you doing a lot of darn rap. I'm like, well, damn. Next week we hear darn T.S. Madison, honey, the big dick bitch, questioning Oliver, talking about, do you want to be a trans woman? Honey, child, we might need to ask, is Troy darn on some hormones and shit? Because that bitch darn crying every darn few seconds as if the bitch darn hormones going through the damn motions, child. I swear, darn Troy just crying at the drop of a damn dime, child. But like I said, honey, we ain't going to make too much fun of it, because on a serious note, we definitely want your mental health to be there, baby. So, honey, we hope that you get everything situated, honey. We want to send good vibes and prayers your way. Then comes the infamous after show, honey. We got the two finest well, let me not say the finest, in my personal opinion, because fine and beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. But I would say, from my perspective, the two most dashing people of the cast, honey, we had Erin and Ike hosting the after show. It wasn't as long as the other ones, but long enough. It was an hour and 40-some minutes. And we got a lot of good singing and everything else. But one of the things that stuck out to me, child, was the fact that we found out that while Drew doing all this hooting and hollering, she found out that Rico was coming a week in advance. And darn Ike didn't find out until the day of. But then you acted mad that Ike didn't tell you. But once again, y'all can say both of y'all was in the wrong. Because, yeah, I was a little bit in the wrong for Dargone's, you know, putting it on you and not giving you a heads up. Even though you, unbeknownst to him, knew, but he didn't know that you knew. So he should have still called you. So technically, y'all was both in the wrong. But really, it's like, well, shit. Y'all know y'all recording the damn show. He was in the wrong, but was he really that much in the damn wrong? In the grand scheme of things, when you know how this shit works. You know that Dargo, he got the bud put in his ear to Dargo, get the Dargo stuff moving. Because I don't think he would have did that on his own accord. So, you knowing the Dargo how this shit move. But see, both of y'all. Well, see, now, I not necessarily knew because he comes from the Wheel of Fortune. But I'm going to give her a little bit of pass. I guess she don't know how shit like this. But see, but then again, I can't really give her the pass, though, because I keep hearing about the fact that this bitch knew a week in advance. So you know how productions and stuff be setting shit up for stories and shit. Why you darn went the extra mile with motherfucker? I do not know. And then comes Dargo, honey, I didn't even know Troy had an issue. Erin had an issue with Troy and vice versa. Honey, it comes out that Dargo, Erin said Troy wanted to be a sugar baby. I was like, oh, not sugar baby. I was like, okay. Now this is interesting. I'm like, okay, no shade, no tea, but Erin didn't strike me as big baller shot caller. And matter of fact, we just heard about the mug sleeping in the car and, you know, getting his life and stuff situation together. He still ain't out there like that. Erin looks like he might make about $60,000. And I'm not saying anybody who makes under $100,000 a year still can't, you know, provide folks some extra money. But is we calling that sugar baby at that type of financial level? Because I want to say nobody on this show makes over $100,000 a year. So who's going to be a sugar daddy for? Okay, is that just me? Because I'm thinking if somebody's a sugar daddy, they got to be darn somewhat wealthy. Like, at the minimum, you got to be like a doctor or something, or somebody who invests in crypto and you got hundreds of thousands of dollars and, you know, disposable income, this, that, and the third. That's what I think about when you think of a wealthy sugar daddy. But, honey, Erin said, honey, Dargo Troy wanted to be a sugar baby to him. Okay, I think that's a little bit off. Now, do I think Troy might have been interested in Erin? Yeah, I can definitely see it, honey. We see what's going on with Dargo Jay Moore and Cameron, so it's not Dargo uncommon for these girls to hook up as we can tell. So, and then we heard about Troy hooking up with Lauren England, and then we got Lauren England kissing Doggone Rico with a K this season. So yeah, the girls like to intermingle with each other. So it's not necessarily. I can't even get the words together for this. It's not uncommon, but normally Dargo the word sugar daddy and sugar baby is not thrown in the mix. What are y'all thoughts on that, honey? Leave it down below. But that was Dargo this week's episode. And that was all the after show teas and stuff. But y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all. Oh no, before we enter, y'all know, I'm just curious though. Now, between Big Dick Troy and honey, I didn't get the time to see your OnlyFans because now that you in this music career, you done suspended the OnlyFans account, Erin. I'm trying to see it. Was that going to be a versus situation? And I ain't talking about the vocals, honey. Was y'all going to both be giving verse teas? Was y'all both going to be hitting the Doggone higher octaves in the bedroom, or who was going to be the top? Who was going to be? Well, because we also heard this episode, you know, Mr. Tag don't mind, you know, getting the behind tagged, honey. You know, he don't mind being a big dick bottom, honey. He's currently being a big dick bottom for a Jamaican. He's counting down the days. He said it's 14 days left. I said, okay, here goes Troy on this Doggone Joan shit. Y'all remember Joan from Girlfriends? Girlfriends. I said, honey, Joan Doggone holding out on the third day every time. Honey, this is what Troy is giving me. But anyways, y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. Who we gonna find out next week is hooking up? Because it's like every darn week we finding out darn secret darn hookups and shit. Honey, it wouldn't surprise me if next week we find out that darn Rico and Wayne is actually a couple, honey. Like I said, nothing surprises me this much with this show, honey. But y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.